It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got C.D. Lamb. He comes in second in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Cowboys and the Giants. And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you as we get set for a division rematch, Brock. One side seeking the sweep and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. And that familiarity does bring a little extra heat into this matchup.
Ball teed up. Logan Cook after the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Return starts from the goal line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out come the Giants. Their first drive of the game coming up. And amidst the veterans, it's this rookie quarterback leading them out.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First play is to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Second and 3 now. From the 32. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Dialing up a pass here on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Here's Algier on 1st down. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Gets this one to Tyler Algier. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
That one's incomplete over the middle. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 2nd down. On the option, it's Algier. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Now this is out of bounds, and what a beauty. He coffin cornered it well. They're going to mark it at the 2-yard line. So now the Cowboys getting an opportunity to send their offense out for the first time. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
As you're running onto the field with this kind of field position as a quarterback, you're reminding yourself and your huddle, hey, let's be disciplined. Got to be on the details here. Got to take care of the football. And also encourage them and let them know that script you've been working on all week, well, there's a lot of field and there's a lot of plays ahead of them to go put a score on the board.
Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They're throwing it. That's going to be caught by Washington. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Let's go now.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
It's taken in by Lamb. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Drew Phillips making the tackle. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll run here on 1st down. This is ahead for about 5. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They sure are moving in early, Brock. Here's a new set of downs at the opposing 43. Going to the ground again on 1st. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. This time it's a passing play. That's Jonathan Mingo, complete. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Ready.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Here's a give up the middle.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, He's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
70 range, 70 range. Hut, hut.
On 2nd and 12 now. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Ready? Trap 60, trap 60. Ready, ready.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys have a great first drive and get the game's first points. George Pickens, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when he could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Point after, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. This return makes it up to the 25. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Short side option here. He's running left. Breaks the tackle, still going. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. From the 43. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, reload.
From the gun, they go with Algier. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Let's go, go.
From the gun, it's Tracy. They'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Christian Harris on the stop. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
He's on the move. He's running for it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing he woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Kick taken in here at the 17. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Cowboys and their running back about to get back to work. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting 2nd right now across the league in rushing yards. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Hurt. Right there. Hurt. Ready.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Throw complete to Lamb. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Give now to the running back. Has a lane inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys now lead by 10. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Airing it out to start this drive. That's complete to the rookie out of Alabama. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd down carry for Algier. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throwing now on 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
6 yards, the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
He loses the football, and the Cowboys scoop it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Hey, I get it, Kate. 3rd down, you're doing all you can to try to stay on the field, but unfortunately, poor ball security loosens his hold on it, and the defense knocks it free. Instead of facing 4th down, even better, that defense is off the field completely.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Drew Phillips making the tackle. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 36. This ball's cut by Pickens. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, they'll run. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. And we haven't even hit the break yet, but already we're looking at this likely becoming a 100-yard game for him in the very near future, and expect more to follow after that.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 5. Got Washington. It's complete. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Cowboys pushing for a bigger lead before halftime. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Running this one left. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Bobby Okereke making that stop. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Now looking to throw. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Everly's kick is good. And that extends their lead to 14.
You look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Takes it just shy of that end zone. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Giants offense all set to get started. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Continuing to dig, he's inside the 25. And they'll finally bring him down at the 22. The Giants using their 1st timeout.
19 Tiger.
Able to hit Robinson, complete. He's contained at the line for no gain. Kalen Carson with the tackle. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Setting up a throw. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Finds a man right side. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Working inside the red zone. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
A give to Tracy up the middle. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Marr connects there, and that'll get him back to 11.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Starting from the 5. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our 1st half. Well, I hope everybody was lightning quick, ready to grab a refill or a bite to eat, because no halftime report this week. Everyone's set to get the third quarter underway. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 13. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Cowboys back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he's already scored once this game, something he's made a bit of a habit of this season. As we see, he's among the league's best at finding that end zone. They go play action on first. He lets one fly deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here's the handoff. And this is run down into the red zone at the 19. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 19. Short pass brought in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys grow the lead coming out of halftime. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys push their lead to 18. On now is Cook to kick this away. Returnable from the 1. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 27.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Running back sent in motion. Catch made over the middle. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Algier running behind center. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Algier with it up. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Takes this in at the 25. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That goes as a punt of 43 yards. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. They're set up at the 35 now.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Hand off to the back. He'll cobble together a yard there. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Go!
They motion a receiver left.
Go!
Hits some space around midfield. He's at the 30. Gets it to the 15. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
You know, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys grow their lead yet again. On now is Cook to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. This has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Short pass caught by his tight end. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Kaiir Elam getting there for the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 35 out of that one. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Here we go, set.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense set for a 1st and 10. A handoff to Tracy. What a hit, and the ball's loose. And the Cowboys scoop it up.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball securities are premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. 3.
Now a give left side. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's going to be caught by Mingo. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Brought to a halt by Deonte Banks. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Jukes out a one-stop. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Got Lamb, and it's complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. That throw finds Pickens. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Ready? Hey, smash Bronco! Reload! Reload! Check go!
Plowing up the middle. And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. And when he reached 1,000 yards, it was a mark of a great season already, right? But this is rising to something else now. He's starting to get up to the stratosphere that only the greatest seasons reach. That is 1,500 yards for him after that last carry.
Go! Panther 60! Panther 60!
Throwing off the play fake here. Touchdown, Dallas! Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
On now is Cook to kick this away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And there's only one team satisfied with their spot in the playoffs right now, and that's the one currently at the top. A lot of time left for everybody else to jostle for better position, or simply for one of the 7 spots available. Throwing now from the gun. He's throwing deep to the left side. It is caught at the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. They'll say hello to the red zone after that big play, huh? As they get set for 1st and 10. On the option, it's Algier. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
It's Algier on 3rd. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
1st and goal, New York.
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Ready?
Trying to run in. Algier has the New York touchdown. The Giants putting up points in a game decided. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point.
Hey,
The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants will trail by 25. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Return starts from the 16. This return makes it up to the 25. The Cowboys and C.D. Lamb headed back out on offense. And he's in the midst of a phenomenal season. Right now you can see he's second in the league in touchdown receptions. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll throw it. Hauled in by Lamb, right side. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Let's go.
From the 29. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Even with this lead, keeping the pedal down. 3rd and long for him here. Throw complete to Lamb. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. If only every game could go like this for him, right? He's been fed targets, and it seems like he's not just been able to bring them in, but he's been making good things happen every time he gets that football.
I'm having Marvin Harrison flashbacks right now, Kate. Being on the sidelines, watching that guy work, and in games like this, moments like this, where you can't feed him enough because that defense just simply has no answers.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. And this is now a 100-yard gain for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
11-yard loss on the play. Brings up the 3rd down.
Last thing, 19. Set 18. Pioneer. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Get up.
They'll try and throw it here. He's going deep this time. This is caught inside the 15. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys continue piling it on here in the 4th. And I know that's one of his favorite routes to run, Brock, but that has got to be one of a quarterback's favorite throws to make as well, right? Dropping it over the defender and take the lid off the D for 6.
Because it is so simple. It's something that these two have done and thrown together for years and years. Maybe not to each other, but since Pop Warner, they've been running the go route. Just run right by him, and if you're even, you're leaving, and I'm going to drop it right over the top.
On now is Cook to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now here comes the New York offense. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. They'll throw on 1st. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Looking to the air here. Walking the tightrope there, but he makes the grab in bounds. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Here's a throw. He has the 1st over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Giants hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Another turnover, this time it's an interception. Jonathan Jones makes the play. And the Cowboys take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I love throwing on first down, and when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
This one's caught. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. Still lined up at the 6. Here's second and goal. Back to throw. No place to go, so he just threw it away. So now, here's third and goal. Dropping back to throw. Don't try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. The ones you get, you have to finish with points.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Got Mingo. It's complete. And he hauls this one up to the 11 before being stopped. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He puts everything behind this one. That is incomplete, down to 13 seconds left. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Ready? Panther 11, Panther 11. Warrior 70.
Pass play coming here. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Trap 60. Dragon 60. Go.
Throwing for it on fourth. On the move, headed right. And this is into the end zone, but incomplete. It was a win no matter what. They decided, hey, let's try for another touchdown, the knee it out. Either way, this one's over.